Hmm. All right, let's see what we got. Got all of that set up. And all right, so we're ready. So first, let's jump over here to, before we could jump to the scans, let's jump over here to the main screen, see what the news is on the day. Looks like we have, um, what's today? 23rd. All right, so we have a speech by Governor Mitchell Bowman at 9 a.m. today, an eighth annual FinTech conference hosted by the Federal Reserve Bank of Philadelphia in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That's going to be virtual. At 1 p.m., we have the commercial paper. At 2 p.m., we have the beige book. Okay, so let me look that up real quick. Beige book. All right, so let's go in here. All right, so beige book summary of commentary on current economic conditions by Federal Reserve District, commonly known as the beige book. This report is published 8 times a year. Each Federal Reserve bank gathers anecdotal information on current economic conditions in its district through reports from other sources. The beige book summarizes this information by district and sector. An overall summary of 12 district reports is prepared by a designated Federal Reserve Bank on a rotating basis. Okay, so for 2024, there was one dropped in January 17th, March 6th, April 17th, May, and we'll see what the how the economic data does today. We'll see news reports and things like that. But that's coming out at, did I lose it? That's coming out at 2 p.m. Okay. Today I was looking at the market. So I did take a trade yesterday on with that SOXL, looking for the market to go up, and I traded it during this little piece right here, and it just continued diving and got me stopped out. The NQ, the markets were just continuing to come down and got me stopped out, and then it explodes up here into the afternoon. Now that was after my trading time. I'm usually not trying to trade till lunchtime. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. And let me show you SOXL where I got stopped here. I got so yesterday I saw it forming these candles. I actually got in on this second candle. I didn't take this profit. I was in the green, got lunch money and everything like that, but I didn't take the profit. Came down here and made this nice double bottom, and I had already entered on this candle, this little indecisive candle right here. And my average price was 34.26. Okay, and then it went up, and I was expecting it to just keep rising during the morning, right? And it came down, stopped me out. Now my stop out I had put at 34 even. After it came up here to the 26s, I was like, all right, as long as it holds, close to the 34.50s, I'm gonna be good. If it comes down to 34, I'm risking 26 cents on 200 shares. And so it just got really choppy, came down, stopped me out around, right at the 34s, got a really indecisive down here, and then shot up. So moved from 34 all the way up here to 35, which was a dollar move. But yesterday this was out of the time. So my time ends, I just stopped trading at around 10:30, 11ish, which is where I kind of got stopped out, and I just went to lunch. Came back, bam. So that was the afternoon play. Today, looking for the morning plays again. Um, Looking over here at the scans, we can see the leading mover with volume on today is P Fund, up 23%, which is not a lot for a small cap. We'll look at the news on that one in a minute. DJT, which is the Donald Trump stock. I saw AT&T gapped up a little bit. SQQs are up here as well as SOXS. And then under that, for the red on the day, SoFi, SOXL, NVIDIA, TQQs, and TIGR. And we'll see the small caps populate after the open. And we'll see what kind of news populates. So I got my news set. I got my new setup to watch the Overwatch. So I have a scanner called Overwatch. And Overwatch has all of the ETFs, the estimated traded funds that I can use to kind of gauge the strength in the market. And when I see them getting weaker, like if I'm in a stock that I'm like, okay, well, this should be strong, and I see that ETF getting weaker and weaker, I can make a decision. Maybe I need to take off a little bit of size or something because I'm seeing weakness over here. The other thing that I use this for, of course, I don't know if you guys know about I believe it's IWM. It's the small cap strength indicator or strength. You can use it for strength in the small caps basically. But let's go look at that one, and let me show you on here what I'm talking about. So IWM, let's go to Yahoo real quick. IWM, shares of the Russell 2000 ETF profile. All right, so here it says, where's my, okay, while the investment objective stated in a fund's, no, this is Morningstar category. Where's the profile? But this is for small caps. Summary. Fund generally invests. No. That's not showing me what I want. But this is a small cap index fund. Holds a whole bunch of small caps in this thing. And so when I can look over here and be like, oh, is that green on day? Is that red on day? What are small caps? What's the sentiment on small caps? And or not just small caps, but small businesses. And how are they doing in current economy? Right now, we can see over here, everything is showing red, but nothing is gapping down or making really big moves that I'm seeing right now. So I'm like, okay, well, can we continue to hold? Is this going to be, and this is why I kind of wait for those first couple of minutes of the day, because I'm just not sure at this point, everything's red. So it's like, should I jump in something long when everything's looking like it wants to dump? And today, SOXS is up just a little bit, but not gapping up. So this one goes down or this one goes up when the market goes down. We can see it went down pretty good yesterday to 2034, bounced back up here to 2075, and is kind of looking. Now it's tested these levels up here multiple times that we got up here. So it's tested it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times in this area, but no news has dropped to make it, really explode to the downside or explode to the upside. So it's kind of just been in a waiting period on these levels, and I don't know if it wants to dump from these levels. It has made lower highs in the past 2 days. So it made this high during pre-market 21, and then 21.13, then 21, then back down to 21, and then down here to 20 something. So made lower highs, but it has no news for continuation downwards. So I'm thinking, will it hold in this range while NQ holds in this range? If it does, we could be looking for another bounce back up. But I just don't want to gauge it too early, because yesterday I gauged it early and I jumped in as this thing, it pretty much formed a pennant pattern. So this right here, this was the trend down-ish. And then we had where it had previously, at this point, I was looking at these levels right here, previously bounced up in here. So it had a pennant. It could go either way. And it broke down this pennant. And I was like, ooh, that's kind of weak coming into this level. And then it found a bottom spot right around this 430, and then just absolutely destroyed to the upside. So, just kind of got to wait. It was a $50 loss, so it wasn't anything super bad. But, just kind of sitting on it. Right now, I'm flat on the week. I pretty much gave back my profits from Monday, because Monday was just a small little scalp on Bivy. But Bivy dumped hard, so I was glad I got out of that one. And now, at the time I traded it right around here, this $5 level, for this little pop in here on Monday, because it was the only thing I saw. I was like, oh my goodness. But Mondays, I really, really probably shouldn't have taken this trade, but because I did, it kind of gave me profit to kind of alleviate the pain from yesterday. which is only 50 bucks, so it wasn't a whole lot of pain. But I bought this little bounce right here, from 4 right above this 5, and got this pop up here to 516, and it snapped up here so quick. Um, from 5, I got my average price was 504, and it went up to 505. Now I had 1,000 shares here, and I mean, went up to 515, had 1,000 shares, and it went up so quickly and snapped back down. I was taking profit, but the snap down was so quick I couldn't take all of my profit around that 15 level. 10 cents on 1,000 shares, nice little $100 win, but it was so quick. And then it kind of held here, fell, and then regained. And I didn't want to buy this dip because it had already broken down the ATR and could continue down, which it did later on in the day. Held up the ATR just a little bit, but this was after my time. So my time ends at 11, pretty much. I'm trying to close down trades. You can see 11 drop, and then it came back up, held for a little bit, and then big drop into a gap down, which did not work out well for anybody that was holding it throughout the day. But yeah, just kind of sitting flat on the week right now, so nothing crazy. Wednesday, just gonna be looking for opportunity, looking for a reason, before I'm looking too much for opportunity on the charts, looking for some news or something to come out. And today we have that economic book coming out, so we'll see. And that happens 8 times a year, so it's not the rarest thing, but yeah, we'll keep an eye on all of that. P Fund was up though. Let me go and look at that one. Why it's up 22%. So P Fund, press releases. 2 days ago, Fundware to present on the LD Micro main event. Okay, so they're just doing a presentation. And nothing else really hot right now that I'm seeing on the scans that's above $5 and getting some volume. But things are creeping up though. They're creeping up. We'll see. We'll see what happens after the open. We have about a little over 15 minutes until the open. I'm just going to continue to kind of watch the markets and watch the news pop out on that. Oh, what I was trying to say earlier. So basically, the way I have this set up for the news, I only have news on these stocks, so these ETF funds, so I can see the overall market news, and I have it set to this scanner, or this not scanner but watch list. And so any news that comes out on there, it automatically pops into my live news because it's set to Overwatch. So to do that, all you need to do is you do your drop down right there, and you come and select your personal watch list, whatever. I got a bunch of them in here, but I select my Overwatch, which is all of those investment. And I can set this for any scan. I can set it for my volume scanner, and it'll automatically populate as news comes in on anything on my volume scanner or whatever else. But I just use it on the overall market just to see the big news coming through that could cause spikes. Now, NQ continues to go down here, and this was the plan from yesterday. I wanted to see a break here, but today could give me another redemption chance where it can get some actual motion to the downside now. It's tested this multiple times, but the only thing is we're missing a catalyst for it to dump. That's the only scary part. So I don't know about that. But let's go look at Yahoo or some news outlets to see if we can see any bearish news out here before we give up on everything. All right, so Boeing posts massive loss as big union vote looms. Coca-Cola posts Q3 earnings beat. Donnell says he's watching VRAK, small cap, 1.3 million warrants at 293, 28 million volume in pre-market. So that one I will probably see definitely on my scans in a little bit. I'm gonna go over to that one in just a minute. VRAK. McDonald's slumps as E. coli outbreak linked to quarter pounder. Ooh, okay. Let's see. GJT stock extends gains as Trump election bets intensify. The AI arms race is on, but payoffs not the point yet. AT&T adds more subscribers. That's why I got that gap up. As the demand for pricey plans rises, General Dynamics Revenue rises on defense demand. Okay. Anything else we are seeing? Let's see. Okay, let's jump over to this one. Go back to the home page. Well, news and insights is what I meant to go to. News and insights. All right, will the S&P 500 reward investors? I don't know. That's kind of speculation news. IMF cuts China growth forecast, warning worsening poverty crisis. Analysts predict new highs for cybersecurity stock by Christmas. Okay, that's analysts. We don't know if anything is gonna pop off, but you know, we'll see. Let's go back to markets. All right, so TSMC, I don't know what that is, but it misses and oh no, misses and beats three stocks that are moving. Okay, that's not a whole lot of news. Nothing that's standing out. Let's go to the BBC. Let me refresh this. All right, it's not for us. That's French. Oh, whoa. Okay, can't say that on the YouTube. Trump's team accuses UK Labour Party of interference. Okay. Um, moments. Obama raps. Eminem's. Oh, Obama out here rapping for the votes, baby. Dropping Eminem's bars for the votes. All right, Harris supporters. King Queen arrives in blah blah. Musk. All right. What are they battling over? Musk and Adani billionaires battle over India's satellite internet. Interesting. LeBron James and son Bronny make NBA history. You know, taking the court together, which is insane. That LeBron finagled his son onto the Lakers, but you know they getting to play together, and I guess LeBron will eventually pass the crown. Maybe we'll see. All right, so Champions League build up plus Moreno, Spurs, Forest Lights. Oh my gosh, I can't read. Jesus. All right, so let's go to U.S. election. No, we don't want to look at that. We already looked at that. They're just blaming a whole bunch of blame politics and stuff like that. Let's go to business. Oh boy. Let's see. Ex-Albuquerque CEO used power, wealth, and influence to traffic vulnerable men. Prosecutors say. Interesting. I don't know what he was getting them to do. Was he part of the whole never mind. Starbucks boss shakes up menu to win back customers. Yeah, everything's so expensive. All he had to do is shake up the price just a little bit, drop it like, 10 cents. Let's see. Pound falls as UK inflation declines. So everybody's working on getting their inflation down. How scammers duped India job seekers with a fake bank. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, let me go look at FinViz. Not a whole bunch of reporting over there. All right, so that's a lot of reporting for today. Let's see what. So we got a hit down here on this little level here of the 20,428. Let's see if SOXS. I really don't know if we can get back up. It's tested this level and it's already been on a downtrend. It had a huge fall from $40 all the way down here to 34, gapped up, and now has just the overall trend is downward. But the trend really doesn't mean anything if there is catalyst, which we're missing on today. I see news popping up, but I think this is repeat news from yesterday. It says Fed's Bowman does not comment on economic monetary policy outlook in introductory remarks to Philly Fed FinTech conference. And then we got sector update. Let's see. Consumer stocks fall pre-market. Consumer stocks fell in Wednesday's pre-market session as the consumer staples select sector fund XLP, which do I already have that up here? I have XLY. I don't have XLP. XLP. Wow, it's only 60. Did I type that right? XLP. Did it disappear? What in the world? XLP. I don't know why that's not coming up. Okay. Whatever. Okay. Well, whatever. XLP fund was down 0.1%. In the consumer discretionary select sector, down 0.8% lower recently. McDonald's shares declined by over 6% after U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said an E. coli outbreak in 10 states is linked to the company's quarter pounder burgers. Coca-Cola shares were down, so a lot of bearish news showing up. Could be something to say about SOXS. After the company reported fiscal Q3 net operating revenue declining from 11.95 billion a year earlier. So Coca-Cola down. Hilton Worldwide HLT shares were down. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Let me read this. Okay. HLT shares were down more than 2% after the company reported Q3 revenue of 2.8 billion, up from, so they're up from 2.6 billion, 6.7 billion at a year earlier, but below the 2.9 billion average forecast. Okay, so they did good, but just not average, right? Okay. So we'll see. I mean, everything else up here I'm seeing is red, so kind of on a wait and see type trope. But yeah, SOX is looking like it's gonna be getting some type of action here, bullish action with the market continuing down. But I don't want to get faked into a rip back up. That's the only thing I'm really worried about, especially on the NQ as it comes into this level that is previously hit. So this level that is currently at, I had marked up, is where it bounced at from yesterday. So I want to see if I'm going to go bearish on this. I want to see this thing bounce up and fail and really stay under this wow, I didn't mean to do that. Stay under this 280-ish level. If it comes back up here and fails, that'll be pretty dope. But we'll see what happens. I just don't want to get caught in another rip like this. That rip was crazy. Now I was long, but I got stopped out down here and then it ripped. So that would have been a beautiful rip, but you know, it's like, well, sometimes things go your way, sometimes they don't. But as for now, it is looking like it's becoming more and more bearish, especially if it can break down and keep from creating any kind of bullish candles in this level that are representing that it wants to go back up over 20,450 is that $half level right there, 20,450, and then down here to the bottoms 300 or at around 300s, that'll be maybe a $50 drop or something really easy. The ATR on this one is still $282 a day. So it's got plenty of motion that it can make after the open. Plenty of motion. All right, we got about 6 minutes to the bell. Oh, I forgot to look at VRAK. My fault. VRAK. VRAK. Did I type that wrong? Let me go and look at FinViz and see if they have it up there. FinViz. Not seeing it yet. Let me reboot this or refresh this page. VRAK. I'm not seeing that ticker pop up. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you can type that ticker in again. AK. Nope, it's not over here on this either. I don't really know what that ticker is, Donnell. Got about 5 minutes to the bell. 5 minutes to the bell. Oh boy. In the SPY, QQQs, all of these things are looking nice and downward, but I don't want to get joked in. I really want to see it kind of trade around this level and then decide to crash out. Crash out. Less than 5 minutes to the open. $24. So this is hump day. Day that usually doesn't have a whole lot of crazy volume at the beginning. Some people are still, figuring out if things want to continue, what things want to do. So we'll see how it acts. But right now I'm feeling bearish, man. I'm really feeling bearish, to be honest. All right, 2 minute warning coming up. About to get this nice open. I got P Fund pulled up, but it's only up 22%, 23%. So it's not like a huge gapper. And plus, their news wasn't great. They just did a presentation, but they did over the last couple of days move from $6 to $14. So is this the top? That's the question. When are shorts really going to attack this thing, especially with that weaker news catalyst? 7 million shares traded on it on this morning. It is the highest volume that I see that's above five. We can give some range. ATR is $1.07 on that one. $1.07. And usually at the open, there's a lot of sometimes there's lag with free brokers, so I usually just restart my system, especially when I've had it on this long. I've had it on, it's just been sitting up all morning just so I could just watch things. But at the open, I'm probably going to restart it so it can make sure that everything's, you know, moving well. But yeah, I don't want to get caught up in the lag where my scanners aren't updating and things like that. That is just something with the free broker. It doesn't mean that the doesn't mean that everything is broken. It's just sometimes at the open it does that. You'll have level two lag and you have all these things, and I've just realized restarting it fixes a lot of those issues. It comes back up better, and and then I'm ready to go. I've already done my analysis. It's just where we want to go. Another news just popped up on one of these things. It says sector update: financial stocks lean lower pre-bail. It says financial stocks were leaning lower pre-bell Wednesday with financial select sector WLX. I got that one up here. Being down. In the direction FAS is down. Direction daily financial bull 3x shares, and then the bear shares are higher. So let me put those on here too. FAS, and then F what was the other one? FAZ. So we can see any kind of news that comes out on those. Okay. And anything else? Let's see. TransUnion, True. Okay, we got the open too. I'm tripping. We got the open over here with P Fund. Pop down here to the ATR low of 1365. ATR highs up here of 1459 with no catalyst. I'm gonna go ahead and restart this thing. It'll take just a minute. The NQ popped up, but go ahead, shut down. All right, let's get it. NQ popped up very quickly. So we'll see if any bears want to jump on for the ride down. Boom, bada boom, 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 boom. All right. All right, let's get this thing back rolling and see what's updated. I'm sure some small caps or something popping up. Like Donnell was saying, VRK. Oh, VRAX. That's what it was. I'm sure it's going to pop up here now. So we'll see. We should see some things pop up here. Yep, there it is. VRAX just popped in. Up 94% with 38 million shares traded. And then we also have DBVT. Of course, let me. Oh, the NQ's kind of getting slapped up here. Let me see if it's going to reach that level where it wants to dump real quick. So let's go to NQ. What I was looking for was it to get close to this level. Whoops. Get up here to this level, but at this point, it's just a big indecision. Has a top up here of 24 something. So hey, I'm thinking bearish. I'm gonna be watching SOXS. It came, was it? It went down, didn't it? Okay, yeah. So it's basically just holding here, ready to test again up top. And I am all for this motion here. Wow. Calm down, my boy. Let the first 15 minutes lead you. Stop. Just stop. Okay, this thing is really bullish though. Yeah. Looking to take 300 shares when I do get in this thing, but it's looking pretty bearish. I might okay, but the SPY isn't exactly there yet, so I'm not sure on the SPY, and the QQQs isn't there yet. So let's look over here. Yes, the NQ is looking pretty bearish, but the SPY right now and the NQ's looking like it's about to break ATR lows, but the SPY is still holding up. So we need all three of these in confirmation. Want that SPY to dump down. The ATR lows for the SPY right now is 580.90. So below that 580.90 could be a spot where I'm like, okay, this thing may be giving a move down, but right now the SPY is in indecision, as well as the QQQs, which looks like they're making the decision to go on down. All right, so looking at SOX, I think this thing can break, bro. I might go ahead and jump, to be honest. But I don't know. I usually give it the time so that I don't get spiced in, because we have seen in this level multiple times past these little spikes pop up. So I don't like to. I'm just going to follow the plan and not do anything crazy. It's popping up right now, and the SPY's popping up as well. Just going to be kind of patient. Let's look at VRAX. VRAX. Let's look at the news on this one. Well, we can look at this first. So the ATR highs is up here at 358. ATR lows is at $3. Let's look at the news though. VRAX. All right. I have to talk myself off the ledge sometimes. Virax Biolabs announces distribution agreement with Europa Biosite to commercialize Immune Select in the United Kingdom and Ireland. So 97%. So that is recent news. We'll see how that does against the markets themselves. DBVT not really doing much. About to crack down $1. So Virax is up there. It's a small cap. Jobby just Jobby ain't doing nothing. It's only up 3%. It's just got some volume on it. That's all. Jobby is up 3%. Let's go back over to the NQ. NQ, huge indecision candle. Which way does it want to go? People are fighting. Look at this candle. All the way down here and popping back up. So I know there's some people trapped here for sure. So what I want to see is it close within this candle and just struggle throughout the day inside this candle. And I would love for it to struggle up before it struggles down. But if it's going to struggle down first, you know, I want to be ready for that. So it's got, wait, I erased the wrong one. So it's got this for the opening candle. Prices, the high of this candle is at the 2,463. High of the, or low of this candle is 2,425. And it is a big indecision candle. But the SPY still holding green. The SPY did test the ATR high there. Let's go to the SPY. Okay. So this is what the SPY is looking like. Zoom in, zoom in. Tested ATR high, has the ATR lows down here 580.90. Want to see if it can push up before trying to go down again, or if it's just going to be a continuation push up above the ATR highs. So will it show strength on today? All of these things are red as of now, though. Still red across the board. Except for FAZ, which is a inverse of the market there. When the market is going down, it's going up. So, all right, snapping around. These things are still sitting nice and green. So since they're showing bullish nature, I don't want to be in front of a freight train trying to go with SOXS. All right, let's jump back over to Virax. Still sitting in indecision as well. If we look at IWM, which is the small cap strength, you can kind of gauge the strength of the small caps. We can see that it's had a nice move down from 2025, but it's coming up here to the ATR highs here, showing a little strength above the ATR. So will Virax continue to find some strength as well? Coming down here to the $3 level. This is that ATR low we were talking about, but you know, not really looking like the strongest thing here. And then the SPY, okay, now all NQ, QQQ, and, well, never mind, SPY just popped back up. It was red, popped back up. Okay. So let's continue to watch this one. Oh my goodness, look at this snapback. Went all the way up here. And you remember when I was tempted, I was like, yo, you know, I may get in here X, Y, and Z. Look at this snapback. 21 all the way down here to 2075 is insane. Crazy. All the way back down there. Under the ATR lows, all of that. So let's look at SOXL now. Let's see what you got going over here. So it did a snapback all the way. So that is a lot of work for it to be, I might get 200 shares of this. This thing may be going up. Because look at this. This big old candle here. But it's red on the day. It's not that red on the day, but I like it. I like it. Oh, I kind of like it. Get 200. Oh my Jesus. Calm down, bro. Calm down. Please do not take off. Everything is in indecision right now. We're going to continue to watch for the close of this candle like I normally do. It'll close at the 45, and I probably had to get off and go to my morning meeting, but I keep watching these, looking for it to go higher. It's done this multiple times, but man, did news drop or something? Why? We have bearish news in the market, but this thing's trying to go up. Maybe it's a fake. I don't know, but this is a lot of buying pressure. I do know that from 34.43 to 33.96. That's a lot. And the other question that I have is this going to form a large wicking candle on this one like the other one and snap back in here towards the 34s? So right now it's pushing up and looking like it wants to pull a red to green move. If it does flip sides, I'm definitely going to be very interested in SOXL here. That's crazy pull back up though. But if it is a trap and it does want to continue to go down, I'll be ready for that as well. Looking over here at the NQ, it looks like it's transforming bullish, but still in the midst of this indecision candle on the 15-minute. Same thing with the QQQs, and look at the SPY going down now. SPY showing that. I like that. All right, let me go back over to SOXS. What you trying to do? Oh my goodness, SOXS just all the way down, huh? I think I like XOXS for real. Coming on down. Up, going red on the day. Just flipped red. So SOXS is now the green one on the day. I want to wait till this 15-minute closes though. Ay, ay, ay. Ugly, man. Ugly with no news either. Is the market's doing that well that it can just overcome things like that? Anyway, I'm about to get to my morning meeting. You already know what I'm looking at. I'm watching SOX. I really haven't seen any large caps or anything like that. That's just big on the scans. But yeah, I'm keeping my eyes on this one, and I'm really worried about this big wick right here. That there is some bullish action. Oh no, SOXS. You about to go up, aren't you? Ooh, SOXS looking like it wants to go down. I like that move. All right, so let me get three. I'm going to go for 300 here. 300 shares if this thing can start showing a breakdown of the 20,423. I like all of this. On the close of this 15-minute count, I'm going to get 300 and look for this thing to, it's an indecision, and pop back up, man. All right. I don't know which way it wants to go. And at this point, that means to wait and get to my meeting. All right, y'all. So that is it for today. This is what I'm looking at over here. This thing was looking like it wanted to go down, but just playing with us. So kind of got to wait to see. I'm really bearish on the day, but you know, it's one of those things you can't guesstimate. You just kind of got to wait until things kind of get to a point where you can take action. Now, Virax is down to 80%. And everything else is kind of dead so far, but I'm gonna keep my eyes open looking. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you like the content and all of that, definitely hit the like button and subscribe. I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, but I got to get out of here to this meeting. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.